Now, whenever we're talking about an EXP laner who can be extremely oppressive all over the map, Chou has to be the first one that comes to mind. Even though we can play Hilda and Khalid in a very similar way, I still believe that Chou is the best EXP laner currently if you want to be oppressive everywhere and you have a team that can coordinate with you. Anyways, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be voicing it over somewhere where I actually cannot record properly. As you can tell from the microphone quality, it literally sounds like I'm talking out of a fucking Wendy's drive-thru right now. Either way though, we're going to be showing you in this video how to cut lane and oppress the enemy jungler, how to split push and do all the basic things an EXP laner needs to do to completely control the map. Now, even though I didn't really get to accomplish too much by oppressing the enemy jungle, in a better scenario where Khalid didn't invade my Hanzo, their Yi Sun Shin would have been low HP and it would have made it easier for my jungler to contest certain smaller objectives. On the other hand, you guys are about to see some actual bullshit. Sometimes I don't understand why Chou's skill 2 doesn't work properly. Like, explain to me how I get stunned here and how I don't go through the wall. It's crazy. But anyways, they're invading, so let's help our team out. It's more important than me farming top lane right now. Now, even though my level 4 will get delayed here, it's more important that Gato gets level 4 than I do, because I can get level 4 pretty quickly, whereas Gato needs his level 4 as soon as possible to impact team fights. Now, I am genuinely shocked that we managed to win this fight considering that 3 out of the 4 of us didn't have level 4 and 4 out of the 4 of them had level 4. They wasted way too many skills on Gato, which allowed a big opening for me, Hanzo, and for Valentina to come in. And because I went to mid lane to get that level 4, it was a free kill onto Zhu and clean up onto Barang as well. Either way, now that we have level 4, we can start impacting the match even more. So rather than wasting my time in clearing my wave when I don't need farm, let's go and rotate since Barang is in mid lane, and let's see if we can provide some value to my team. As you can see, just because I decided to come down rather than farm my lane, we were able to pick off a lot of them, including that nice easy ulti onto Yi Sun Shin. On the other hand, we were also able to force Barang's flicker, which means that for the next 2 minutes of the game, he is in a position that he can't escape from Hanzo or escape from anyone who sets him. This is a really good thing, which was easy to see by the fact that Hanzo got that free kill onto Barang. lot of you guys are gonna think I'm trolling with this second skill, but look at the bait I just set up. Since I saw that Valentina had Khalid ulti, I knew that it would be a really easy set for her and an easy set for Gato to follow up on, which resulted in a 3-for-1 trade. Worth it. On the other hand, with Chou, you want to always be kicking anyone, even if it's their roamer, because as you can see, we managed to get a free kill onto Khalid for bush checking that bush. Now, since I am mostly the split pusher of the team, since we have a Hanzo, all I want to do is split push lanes and keep putting pressure on the enemy from the opposite lane of Lord. This would open my team up the opportunity to be able to push Lord. But here I made a big mistake. Notice how all the enemies are missing off the map, right? Whenever you're split pushing the map, you need to be cognizant of where the enemy team is. It is really easy to get caught out like this. So this is another reason I wanted to post this specific gameplay, is to show that to you, because on the other side of the map, they managed to confirm the Lord against us. The only thing that I can realistically do here is try to trade my life for either their marksman or their jungler, who are the two who are the most able to push. So let's see that even though my team is losing, if I'm able to get one of these trades. I genuinely don't understand how I can have my targeting setting set to lowest HP percentage, and you're telling me that it somehow manages to fucking kick the Zushin. Whatever, doesn't matter. We still managed to get that trade, and as you can see, they didn't really get to push anything. Both their Roam and EXP were dead, which meant that their mage and marksman couldn't really take advantage of the Lord. Another benefit of tank Chou is, as you can see, when the enemy team doesn't have anyone who can properly burst me in team fights, it is really easy for me to stay in fights for a prolonged period of time. Zushin, Granger, Khalid, Barang, none of these heroes can properly give me a massive amount of burst that forces me to play more safely. So that's why we're taking advantage and playing super hyper aggressively. Listen up guys, here's how you deal with the enemy team having numbers and going Lord. You need to split push the opposite lane of the map. Now in a higher elo, someone will always be here to defend this 99% of the time, but it is still worth dragging someone out because it gives your team a chance to still contest, as there's one less person at the objective. As you can see, I started slow pushing bot lane and I start walking up to the objective. This way, no matter how long the fight gets prolonged, bot lane will be pushing. Which means that if this fight gets prolonged for maybe 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds, maybe bot side will push far enough that it could eventually solo take the turret. Now another really important thing that I want to note is that my team called out to hero here. Since we knew that Hanzo had no possible chance of getting to the Lord in time, our job was to set so that we could get a few kills on this Lord. And as you can see, because I slow pushed bot lane, look at where the Lord is stopping, which means that it gives my Harith and my Gato and my Valentina enough space to get to the Lord to fast clear it. And what am I doing in the meantime? Am I down there with them for no reason? No, I'm gonna go and now split push top lane. Since this way I am 1 clearing so that this lane will not be pushing, and 2, I am going to be putting pressure on the enemy team's bot side of the map while they're trying to deal with the fact that our team is just fast killing the Lord. And as you can see, after a full clear and forcing Zushin to come here to clear the lane, we are able to confirm a double kill because their team doesn't have the oppression of a mage. Let's see if we can catch out this Granger that is visibly still on the bottom side of the map, since we are in a very prime position to get behind him where he might not even know we're there. And just like that, we're also able to get a kill onto Granger and stagger Granger. Staggering a hero means that when the enemy team respawns and is trying to get back into a good position on the map, their one hero is still respawning. Pay attention how anytime I am walking past a minion, I am always putting damage onto it. That is simply because I want them to slow push and I want them to win the trades. So no matter where my team is contesting on the map, we always have lanes pushing. Since Lord is spawning in 20 seconds and it is my job to split push, I obviously want to be clearing these minions. On the other hand, one thing that you do need to pay attention to is the fact that another minion wave will spawn at 41, so it doesn't really matter how fast I clear this because it is still my job to clear that wave. Now, am I going to full clear that wave and waste a lot of time? No. Am I going to slow push that wave, which means kill the first 2 of the 3 minions? Yes, because that way the lane will be slow pushed, it won't immediately crash to where someone can defend it immediately without stepping out of position, and on top of this, by the time we win the Lord fight, that lane will already be pushing to around the same point that it was during the last Lord fight. Since mid is pushing, Granger has to go back to clear, which leads Barang to being completely caught out without his team there. Pay attention to how every single wave on the map is pushing. Mid wave was pushing, top lane is pushing, and bot lane is pushing. And even though they do get this kill onto our Hanzo here, Gato gets an amazing play right back onto their Yi Sun Shin, and we know it is time to just hero them. Since we have a lot more burst damage, we need to force kills. Now here we got way too greedy and thought we could end. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Guess what, guys, we're back to a spot where I can fucking record with good mic quality. On the other hand, because they don't have anyone on their team who is able to burst me, I can play extremely aggressively. So let's keep to this. Even though my team is so far away from me, do you guys see how oppressive I can be on the map in terms of taking space, gaining ground for my team? Even though they were the ones pushing with Lord and they are the ones with numbers, just because they don't know where the rest of my team currently is, none of them can play aggressively into my vision. And now we're going to go back to splitting top lane a little bit, just so that way it's pushing for when we come down to this team fight. Pay attention to top lane on the map. It is currently pushing and we were able to come into this fight in time to get 2 kills. Beautiful. Now let's try to end this game mid. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know in the comments down below what kind of videos you guys want to see. I've been seeing a lot of videos asking about mid lane, so I might make a mid lane guide next. Let me know what you guys think about that. If you want to see a guide somewhere else, let me know about that as well. I'll see you guys in the next one.